Yo guys, welcome out to Kings and Manchester United 1, Chelsea 1, or Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. And yes, it did end as a draw, but honestly, I feel like Manchester United, we really should have won that game, in my opinion, and we should have ended it in that first half, in my opinion. We really could have easily been 2 or 3-0 up at half time, and that is the thing which is frustrating. I feel like to win these games, we need an actual striker who can score goals on a consistent basis. That at this moment in time, we have not got that, and I feel like we need a Cody Gakpo. We need someone like Ivan Toney, one of those two, possibly even like Mitrovic or someone as well. To be fair, I would take one of those three as like a striker for us who would be able to put the ball in the back of the net on a consistent basis. Rashford is not that guy. Rashford's meant to be playing out on the left, but Martial's always injured. Ronaldo, God knows when he's even going to come back. So that's the issue at the moment, and I don't know what we are going to do. To be fair, it's a real tough one to see what we're going to do with the whole striker situation. But yeah, I think it's definitely, I don't know, like I feel like we need a new striker if we want to be able to win games, and that is what we need to go out there and do in January. I mean, yes, like we can win games, and we definitely got the players to be able to win these games, in my opinion. We got Antony, Rashford playing out on the left would be great, in my opinion. Sancho's not looking too good, but like we got Casemiro, we've got who can play really well. Bruno, when Bruno's on his top form, he can be fantastic. So yeah, we got some fantastic players in this team, but they just need to. And we've got these players to be able to create the chances. But what we need now is just a striker. Then we're done, and then we should be able to hopefully try and seal a spot in top four, because that is kind of what we want to do, though. Like, we want to seal our spot fairly comfortably in top four. And I feel like we've definitely got the players to do it. We just need a new striker. We just need a new striker to be able to put the ball in the back of the net on a consistent basis. And then I feel like we will be a very, very, very good, fairly unstoppable side. But, I feel like there are positives. There are loads of positives to take out of yesterday. Casemiro is the best. Casemiro is the best CDM in the world, in my opinion, by far. Christian Eriksen's an absolute baller. Martinez is a real good leader at the back, same as Varane, but I mean, there are negatives to take out as well. Scott McTominay, you just never know what you're going to get with him. Rafa Varane's injured, and I feel like as soon as Varane came off, that is kind of how Chelsea started to kind of take control. And I feel like we 100% missed Varane a lot when Varane came off the pitch. In my opinion, we really did miss him, to be fair. I feel like, I don't know, we did, our defence did make important tackles, but I just feel like we did kind of lack a little bit of leadership on the pitch. And I know I feel like we started to look a bit worried at times at the back when he wasn't on the pitch. And that is the scary thing, like, overall as well. Like, Harry Maguire is going to probably now be our number, like, is going to be put in the side alongside with Martinez. Again, I mean, and that did not work out well for the start of the season, but obviously Martinez has adapted more to the Premier League in that time. But, Harry Maguire is going to be back at centre-back, and it's not good. It's not good. As soon as Varane gets injured, Harry Maguire is no longer injured and is coming back. So it's so inconvenient. But I really do hope that Varane's not out for too long. I mean, I hope for his sake as well that he's back, because, I don't want him to miss the World Cup as well. I'm sure he'll be gutted, but obviously for Manchester United's sake, we need him back as well, because he's such an important player, Varane. And it shows, it always does show whenever he's not playing as well, how much of an important player Varane is, and how much we do miss Varane when he's not playing. It just shows every time he's not playing, and it shows every time he is playing, how much of an important player he is to this Manchester United team, in my opinion. Casemiro literally proved yesterday why he's a very important player for us, as well, in my opinion, as well. he's my man of the match. Casemiro, he is my man of the match. I think Antony. I mean, Antony's great. We all know that Antony's world class. Well, and would you put him there? I don't know if you put Antony at that world class level just yet because he's young, but soon to be world class 100%. But yeah, he's showing he's got a lot of potential, and there's a lot more to come from Antony. Jadon Sancho, I'm not too impressed with at the moment. I mean, I honestly don't know what we're going to do with our front three. Antony's got his place in there 100%. Antony's got that spot on the right, and I feel like that's what everyone wants anyway. Everyone wants Antony to start on the right, including myself, obviously. On the left, like, that's what you don't know what to do from here. I feel like the ideal one is Antony on the right, Rashford on the left, because he's consistent when he plays on the left, and up front, a consistent Ronaldo, to be fair. And I mean, I would want to put Martial in there, but like, can we even put Martial in there? He's injured all the time. Every time he plays, he picks up an injury, and he's scored in like every Premier League game he's played for us this season as well. So there could be some good stuff to come from Anthony Martial, but I just don't know whether I honestly just don't know what's going to happen with this whole Anthony Martial situation. When's he going to be back from his injury? He needs to stop getting injured. But as I said earlier on in the stream, I want to get Gakpo. I want to get either Gakpo, Ivan Toney, or Mitrovic. I feel like one of those guys would be a great option for a striker option in January. And I feel like Ten Hag is definitely going to go out for and look for a striker in January. I'm 100% sure on that. And will we get one? I don't know. I really do hope so. I know for a fact that Ten Hag will want to push for one, though. I know that for a fact. I feel like we all do as well. He is going to want to go out in January, and he is going to want to push for a new striker. Of course. I mean, why wouldn't he? What else yesterday? I mean, obviously, Fred. I mean, like, whenever Fred's playing at the moment, let's be honest, whenever Fred is playing, let's be honest. I mean, past 2 games he's been good. I believe he came on, he did come on for, like, Sancho, I think, in yesterday's game. And, yeah, he put out a solid performance, Fred, whenever he was on the pitch. Eriksen, obviously, fantastic. I mean, I feel like our centre midfield at the moment is very good. In my opinion. Also, I mean, Scott McTominay giving away a really sloppy penalty yesterday. I mean, let's be honest though. I feel like if he didn't give away that penalty, Scott McTominay, that game is still ending 0-0. Like, we wouldn't have got that last minute goal anyway with Casemiro. Like, let's be honest, because we wouldn't have really pushed. I don't think if Jorginho hadn't scored that penalty, I honestly don't think we would have pushed that high up the pitch to score a goal. So if McTominay didn't give away that penalty, it still would have ended 0-0 anyway, because we wouldn't have pushed that high up the pitch and played with the amount of intensity that we did in the final 5 minutes that we did of that game. So, yeah, that's the thing. Because we saw Ten Hag really wanting to push the team up the pitch, and I don't think we would have done that if we hadn't conceded. So it would have ended as a draw anyway. And like, what's my thoughts on the draw? Personally, I think we dominated that first half, and we should have been 1 or 2-0 up. Chelsea were the better team in the second half, but they didn't dominate us as much as we dominated them in that first half, if you get what I mean. So I feel like we could have easily won that game, and I feel like we had the better chances throughout the game than Chelsea did. Like, we definitely had the better chances than them. But, you know, we either kept a save, the more we put them wide. I mean, Antony had a good chance in that first half, put one wide. Rashford had a good chance in that first half. I mean, he did in the second half. Kepa made a few decent saves as well. Yeah, so, you know, it was a close game. I mean, at this moment in time, let's be honest with you, whenever Chelsea play, they're basically getting saved by Kepa every game, basically. Kepa, Arrizabalaga is basically saving them every game, to be fair. But yeah, like, we could have easily won that yesterday. Like, people, I don't know, I've seen some people like, United didn't deserve anything out of that game. I don't know what game you were watching, because I mean, clearly people would say that probably only watched the second half because we were immense in that first half. We looked great in that first half, to be fair. I just feel like it was when Varane we kind of just lacked the intensity a bit more. Alanga was brought on as well yesterday. I mean, he made the good run. He actually he actually won us a good foul as well, to be fair. I mean, I don't know. Alanga does frustrate me when he plays. But I don't. But I kind of want to play him over Sancho, if you get what I mean, though. But he does frustrate me. I feel like, I don't know. The only thing with Alanga, in my opinion, he's just really like a pace merchant. Really, to be fair. Apart from that, I mean, I don't really know what we get from Anthony Alanga. Alanga's not exactly a skilled player. He's just very fast and can make runs. He's kind of like that kind of Rashford player as well. Alanga, the only thing we're going to get from Alanga, he's just, well, when he gets older, he's just going to be that Rashford kind of player, just that really fast player, not as skilled as the rest. Like Rashford's nowhere near as well skilled or well rounded as Sancho or Anthony. Look at those two, like two very well-rounded players and skillful players. Rashford and Anthony Alanga aren't. But I don't know. Like our front three is a real mystery of what we're going to do with it. To be fair, oh god, it's a real mystery of what we're going to do with our front three. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Anthony's definitely got a place in it, though. Yeah. Right, so next, I mean, obviously, I think, oh yeah, like we haven't really spoke about our fullbacks yet. Like Dalot and Luke Shaw are two great fullbacks at the moment. To be fair, I mean, Luke Shaw's came in, he's sealed that spot in my opinion. A left back. I mean, Melisi is a great player as well. Don't get me wrong, Melisi is great, but like all the time when someone comes in and fights, tries to like fight for that left back spot of Luke Shaw's performance always steps up. Like we remember a few years back when Alex Telles came in and Luke Shaw won that battle fairly easily against Alex Telles when Telles tried to take that left back position away from Luke Shaw. So, and Luke Shaw's now suddenly performing again. I feel like, I don't know, Luke Shaw's much fitter now as well. Like he's lost weight. He seems much fitter than he was a few years back as well, which in my opinion is going to make him an even better player. To be fair as well. I mean, obviously it will. So yeah, but I mean, Melisi. I mean, we're going to have to give Melisi the chance at some point as well. Let's see what we can do as well. But I know it's always going to be close with Melisi and Luke Shaw for who wants that left back spot. It's a real interesting one. And, you know, like, I don't even know who I want to get it, to be fair. I mean, Luke Shaw's playing well at the moment at left back, so we might as well just keep it with him, to be fair, for now. But yeah, so it's really interesting to see what we're going to do with the left back. Let's see what we're going to do with our left back and stuff. Luke Shaw and Melisi, I mean, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'd keep Luke Shaw with it now because he is playing well. But I do wonder when we give Melisi the chance again. Dalot, I mean, there's no one else at right back, though, really. There's no one else at right back. Dalot's miles ahead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's miles ahead of Brandon Williams. And yes, ideally, I mean, I don't know, like, I really like Dalot. I mean, you know, people who watch my match reactions on a regular basis will know that I say, oh yeah, Dalot's not exactly a great, not great, sorry. I feel like he's more like a backup right back, but you know, I do want him to prove me wrong, and he kind of is, to be fair. And, you know, speaking of Dalot, obviously he's improved his game a lot under Erik ten Hag. He's one of those players who have really improved under Erik ten Hag. Same as Scott McTominay, same as Fred, and everything, of course. And obviously Erik ten Hag's really helping De Gea want to improve his game as well. So, you know, it's a real interesting one at the moment, to be fair, with what's going on. I mean, yesterday we played in the first half with some great intensity. I feel like the first couple of minutes of that game, though, yesterday, we were kind of making some sloppy mistakes at the back, just passing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dalot did make a few mistakes early on in that game yesterday, kind of just making sloppy passes, and we were kind of being a bit sloppy at the back in like the first 5 minutes of that game. Then eventually, for the next 40 minutes after that, we took over. It was all our game. It was all our game. We dominated possession. This is what Ten Hag wants to do. Ten Hag wants to absolutely dominate. He wants us to dominate possession, control possession, play that high line, and game by game, we're starting to kind of, we're literally kind of starting to play more how Erik Ten Hag wants to play. We're playing a lot less off the counter attack now, and we're playing more like how Ten Hag wants to play. So, like, we're no longer really counter attack FC anymore, as people like to call us. We're turning our game now into Ten Hag's game and how he wants to play. And yeah, Ten Hag's one great manager, in my opinion. He's one great manager, and I feel like he will be able to do great things with Erik Ten Hag. We'll be able to win Premier League with Erik Ten Hag. Only if the Glazers go, though. Only if the Glazers go, I think we'll be able to win Premier Leagues. I feel like, I fancy our chances in the FA Cup this season. Europa League, I've said as well. So I do fancy our chances in trophies this season. Premier League, we're nowhere near because the Glazers are in and we're not going to get the players that we need. But I mean, Ten Hag is slowly, he's slowly building this team. I mean, he's had one transfer window, and I'd hardly say it's slowly, but he's building the players that he hasn't brought and the players that we've already had into even better players as well, such as McTominay, like take McTominay and Dalot, for example, and Fred, for example, of course, as well. It's really good to see Erik Ten Hag getting the best out of our team, and it's only going to keep on getting better as we start to play more under Ten Hag style. To be fair, it's only going to keep getting better and better and better. I feel like we kind of have got our set team now. Like, I feel like we only made one change going to yesterday's game after Tottenham. That was Eriksen in for Fred. So I think I think that our proper team now, like our first team at the moment, is De Gea in goal, Martinez and Varane. When Varane's fit, but this is like the main starting 11. So De Gea in goal, Martinez and Varane at centre back. Shaw at left back, Dalot at right back, centre midfield, Casemiro and Eriksen, Cam, Bruno, and front three, striker Rashford, left Sancho, and right Antony. I think that's the team at the moment, but I do think when we do go into that January transfer window, I feel like Sancho will lose his place in the team when we do buy a new striker. Sancho loses his space in that team. Our front three, when we get a new striker, will be the new striker, which will be Gakpo or Tony, or possibly Mitrovic. Left Rashford, and on the right Antony. So Sancho loses his space in our team once we go on and get a new striker. 100% that is what happens. Sancho will lose his spot in the team unless he really does start to pick up. But like we all do know, though, Sancho is a better player off the right, and Antony's basically got that bit sealed anyway. So that's the thing. He's basically. And I know it's the front three situation is something that we really do need to work on, in my opinion. We really do need to work on our front three situation, and I feel like once we do get it sorted, we will be able to score more goals. And I think we've definitely got the players around the team to be able to do that. It's just that we just need the striker. The centre midfield's improved so much ever since Ten Hag's come in, and Casemiro and Eriksen. They're Ten Hag signings as well. And, we've really needed two players like those two, Casemiro and Eriksen, for a really long time. And we're no longer moaning about our centre midfield issues anymore, so, like last season. And we're no longer really moaning about our centre-back issues like last season as well. But I feel like we could easily be moaning about our centre back issues again soon, though. I'm still not fully impressed with I'm impressed with Martinez and Varane, but I'm not impressed with the backups that we've got. And the backups are obviously not Casemiro, our backups are obviously for centre backs, Harry Maguire and what's his name, Lindelof, and they're not great backups. And I'm always saying it at the moment. We need new backup centre backs to have a complete team. We just haven't got good enough squad depth, in my opinion, at the moment. But that is what is. But it certainly will be. It certainly is going to get worked on, and Ten Hag knows what he needs, of course. And I think Ten Hag knows that Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire are not good enough. Of course, he 100% knows that. And, they're positions that really do need to be worked on, in my opinion. Going and sorting out that centre-back issue for backups. We need to sort out those backup centre-back issues because Varane's injured now. Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof are going to take that spot alongside Martinez. So that's the only worrying thing at the moment with the whole centre-back issue is that if one of them get injured and Varane is fairly injury-prone, we need a good backup centre-back, and we haven't got that at the moment. But, I really do hope Martinez can influence both of them. But, I really do hope that, hopefully, and we'll probably get the news later on today, hearing about an update on Rafael Varane. Like, we need to hear an update on Varane, see what's going on with him, and hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's nothing to do with like a knee injury, because if it is, then I don't know. I've heard that Varane might have had a few issues with his knee in the past, but I'm not 100% sure though. But hopefully it's not too much of a big issue with Varane. I mean, Varane did look really upset when he was coming off. So I don't know, is that a sign that it could be bad? Because he clearly did look in pain, and when he was coming off, like he was being consoled by all our players, Erik ten Hag and everyone. So, I really do hope it's not too bad because he's such an important player for the team, Varane. And we're a much better team with him in it, basically. We are a much better team whenever Varane is playing. And he will be a big miss if he isn't starting week in, week out. And yes, we need him back soon. But the lucky thing is, though, is that the World Cup is coming up, which will give him more time to recover. But, it will be a big gutting. It will be a big gutting for him, though, if he is unable to play in the World Cup, of course. But I mean, that is obviously it's gunning for him, but like from a Manchester United perspective, though, it is good that the World Cup's coming up, so he will be able to play for us like in the new year. So he will have time to recover, and that's the positive to take out of that. But the negative is in the long form, not in just the short term as well. Like in our next couple of 3-4 games, where he won't be playing. But I think also, I don't think I mentioned this yet though. Our top 4 record so when we played like the other 5 teams of the Big Six, obviously we can only play 5 because we're one of the Big Six. We have 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss against the other top 5 Big Six teams. So we've beaten Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham, lost to City and drew to Chelsea, and in my opinion we could have easily won that game as well, and it was a very good performance against Chelsea. So we've performed well against Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal and Tottenham out of the Big Six sides, and played all 4 against City. So we played well against 4 of the tops of the Big Six sides. So I feel like 3-1-1, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss is a great record to have against the Big Six sides. It really is. So I'm really happy with that record, and we're starting to play well. So 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss against the teams in the Big Six is a great record in my opinion. And now we've got, we haven't really got any hard games going up to the World Cup anymore. I feel like the hardest game we have got in our lead up to the World Cup now is Real Sociedad in the Europa League in 2 weeks' time. So that's our hardest game. So in the Prem, I expect us to win our next 3 or 4 games. I expect us to win all of our games coming up to the World Cup. Really, I think it's West Ham. We've got West Ham next Sunday, And then I'm not too sure who else we've got. So we got Sheriff on Thursday in the Europa League. That's Sheriff on Thursday in the Europa League. Fairly easy game. We should easily win that at Old Trafford. Then we got West Ham at Old Trafford. We should win that fairly easily. Then I think we got Real Sociedad on that Thursday on that game after West Ham. Then I'm not too sure who we've got after that. It might be, I don't know, is it? It's not Fulham. Fulham's our game before the World Cup. I don't know who it is. I think it is three more games now, in the 3 more Premier League games until the World Cup. And I think overall it's around 6 games until the World Cup, including the Europa League games. Oh no, it's 7 because of the Carabao Cup game. Oh wait, Villa's the game after Real Sociedad, I think. We got Villa after Real Sociedad. So, yeah, I think, like, we should be winning all our games coming up to the World Cup. And yeah, I feel like now we should be on a good run. And we are on a very good run at the moment, and we are actually starting to play well. So it's looking really good at Manchester United. It's looking better game by game, in my opinion. So, it's really good. And I do think, obviously we are going to get less chances against Chelsea than we were against, we were obviously going to get less chances against Chelsea than we did against Tottenham, because obviously Chelsea are, they're not as defensive, and in my opinion Chelsea are quite a bit better than Tottenham, to be fair. But look, we'll have to see what happens throughout coming up to the World Cup. I mean, hopefully Varane's all right. Hopefully Varane is all right. In the lead up to that, but obviously we've got 3 other great defenders as well: Luke Shaw, Dalot, and Martinez, who are really good back in the defence. And let's just not worry ourselves too much about Harry Maguire or Lindelof coming to the team. Let's not worry about that too much for now. We will see. But yeah, we will see what happens. I mean, Ronaldo, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with him. When's Ronaldo going to come back into the team? If he does, how will he play? I don't know if many people do want him back in the team though, apart from all the Ronaldo fanboys. But the thing is though, the annoying thing at the moment at Manchester United, we've got a lot of fans who support the team who are just supporting United because Ronaldo plays for us. And I don't know, that's the annoying thing. The people that just support United because of Ronaldo and actually wanted us to lose yesterday because we fined him. That's what some fans. That's what some apparent so-called fans of Manchester United wanted, because basically they are Ronaldo fanboys, and if Ronaldo goes to Sporting Lisbon or somewhere, then they'll just go and support Sporting Lisbon. And I feel like they're the toxic fans at the moment around Manchester United, because they just want us to lose just because we drop Ronaldo. And I just go onto social media, we see you just see comments about, oh yeah, and you just see everyone moaning on comments and stuff that we dropped that because we find Ronaldo, calling Ten Hag a prick because he dropped Ronaldo and everything. And I just don't like those kind of people who just follow who were just supporting the club just for one player, and oh my god, they support the player, they don't support Manchester United, they just support Ronaldo. And they're the annoying kind of fans in the fan base. And I feel like that is what a load of people, I feel like that is also why quite a few United fans do want Ronaldo to leave. I mean, this isn't my opinion, I just know it's other people's opinion. That is why people do want Ronaldo to leave, because they don't want those kind of Ronaldo fanboys just around the club, just supporting us, just cheering other teams on whenever Ronaldo against us, whenever Ten Hag just decides to drop Ronaldo. So I just don't like it, and it just brings a load of top. It just makes the fan base really toxic, in my opinion, which isn't good at all. But that's the thing. There's just Ronaldo fanboys out there. I mean, I am a fan of Ronaldo, but I don't support Manchester United because Ronaldo does play. Obviously most of our fan base are just Manchester United fans, of course. But, there are just some Ronaldo fans out there who just support us when we drop him, man. It's so annoying yesterday. other just the Ronaldo fans who don't even support Manchester United, the people who just support Ronaldo, I saw were just cheering on Chelsea because we dropped Ronaldo, which I just find unbelievable, to be fair. I just find unbelievable why people are like that. Just pick a club. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But, you know, it's what it is. But we will see what happens with everything with Ronaldo. I mean, personally, you know, as a Manchester United fan, I do want Ronaldo to I do want Ronaldo to come back into the team, of course, because I feel like he will help us score more goals, in my opinion. I feel like we'll score a lot more goals with Cristiano Ronaldo playing for us. I mean, I think Cristiano Ronaldo will score us more goals when he does start playing more consistently, and I feel like he is better than Rashford. To be fair, I just feel I just feel like or bring back Martial though. You can like we can just bring Ronaldo in or Martial. Martial just can't be that as injury prone. But you know, I kind of do think at times though we are a better team without Ronaldo in it. To be fair, I kind of do think we are better without Ronaldo in it. I feel like, you know, there are differences at the moment between Rashford and Ronaldo. I feel like Rashford makes runs that Ronaldo won't make though. That's the thing. I feel like Rashford makes some good runs in, which Ronaldo won't make, but Ronaldo's a lot more of a skillful player than Rashford. You know, obviously Ronaldo's got that experience, the more experience behind him. So you know that's the thing. But I feel like if you want to compare Martial and Ronaldo, obviously like that you can't. But you know, at the moment, yes, Martial will make runs that Ronaldo won't make, but Ronaldo's much better in the air than Martial, and I feel like he's more of a. I mean, yeah, obviously it's Ronaldo. He's more of a goal scorer than Martial, but you know, at the moment Ronaldo's not exactly in his prime, though, is he? So I still think he's better than Martial, of course, but I just think. I don't know. It's a real. I don't know. It's a real tough situation, but you know, or at least like I don't need to make the decisions. Obviously, we just need to leave that to Ten Hag, and yeah, we all believe that he knows what he's doing. Of course, Eric Ten Hag. So yeah. Anyway, I am going to end the stream here. So thanks for watching this video of Keels. Speak to you soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.